very special edition of the outside. This is the Telethon for the homeless, Pastor Manning, and my Kim will be in later. This is going to be Telethon for the homeless and Pastor Manning, and I'd like to thank everyone who is listening and who's involved in this, because it's a very, very, very good my co-host Kim will be joining us later. This telethon is going to be up until 5:30 p.m. So we're going to be here. We're going to have good fun, and we want pledges, donations, people to call to the station, 443-267-65. And in studio Baysmore. Zulieka's here, and you're a guest on our show, and you are working with her landlord, and we're on the verge of being home. And you brought outsiders, and we want to thank you, because this is a great cause. I love this homeless issue, and in Baltimore City, all over the country, it is very, very.
Homelessness, as we know, is life-threatening. Okay, it's that serious.
Mm-hmm.
And being in the financial industry for almost 40 years, we know in that industry that 90% of Americans are 2 paychecks away from becoming homeless.
Wow, that's something else.
That's serious.
Uh-huh.
And because of the inflation, even though it's come down from 9%, it's still at 7.3%. It's been since 1981, and people are really struggling out here. People are, especially our seniors, because remember, Sean, seniors are on a fixed income.
Mm-hmm.
And, I know when we did the press conference about 3.5 weeks ago.
Yes, that was it.
And I did that with riders, and the now Christina contacted me. She's that 21215 zip code area, but because Michigan, a lot of things has shifted.
Okay.
So Miss Downs is actually, even though she's on the border, she's considered in the county.
Mm-hmm.
So and I was hoping, because he was in touch with me via email.
Okay.
And they're showing the need where we need more funding.
Yeah.
Okay. And which is has been at least 30 to 50 million. Yeah.
Okay.
And me digging and going to the Board of Estimate hearings, attending those taxpayer hearing, tax night payers hearings, and looking and took a 40.
Yes.
And so that it's a financial industry will then go apply for two months later. Was here in Baltimore. Okay. And they met in terms of how much Baltimore City would receive when it came to the recovery.
Okay.
That was and that $2 trillion.
Okay.
That was passed. Okay. There's been the outlandish spending of
$1 trillion in debt.
$30 trillion. The $681 million was to come to. We came out with Mayor Scott. It was 604. So it seems like much comes into the city disappears or gets rerouted towards something different.
The funds, the amount of the funds were for Kamala Harris. And that's important with that type of money just dropping off out of nowhere. But with the press conference you had with Pastor Manning, now, did you reach out to the other media outlets, WBL?
If you check on my press release, with all four mainstream local media networks,
Okay.
as well as print media, Baltimore Sun, The Blade, The Banner. You know, we have a relationship. And the relationship is whenever there's breaking news or when that action, we're certain reporters as well.
No, I understand.
So, you know, the when you have administration in a, and if they conferences.
So that was situation, and this whole
so people in this type of arena, since managing professional and media on Facebook, and because I'm a fair-minded individual, so I take all concerned. So,
okay.
And so She'll be in your studio for this thing is procedures and what in terms of what when it comes to this now.
Let me get that. Okay, for the want to make a play. What was the Cash App information so that people could donate?
So people that want to donate can go to we provide and we're going to get that information. I'm waiting for them to text it to me now, but we need to make sure that some of these small organizations who reached out to. She reached out to Christina Flowers because of the lack of help she was getting from the city council, from in Baltimore County, from the mayor's, the county executives, and I put out by WMEG, but we're going to get in that.
But again, the number is 4-267-65-443-267-6558. And if you want to make a pledge with Dr. Manning, you can do so with the station. Leave information. We can get all that to you. Or if you want to make your pledge to the Belvedere, that outfit. I sound like Biden now. Outfit. Hey, what you hear this? Providers as well, and those funds will Pastor Manning. 100% will be those funds will be going to Pastor Manning and to Belvedere. So I want to read what I read, and this was from Pastor Manning and her granddaughter Brittany Covington, by our own co-host Kim Banks later, and it's speaking about Pastor Manning. It's your founder of Living Word Outreach Ministry, guilty of charge and spiritual adultery, biography. And I'm just going to give you a little information. Pastor Manning was born in Sumter, South Carolina, and third youngest out of 12 kids. She actually, and her daughter, Sharon Manning, they put together a group home. She received a Doctor of Divinity as well in 2002, and that S&S Assistant Living Group Home housed male and females over 25 years of age. She's given a lot back to the community, has helped the community, and is in a dire situation with a landlord, black mold, health issues, and the children, the kids, and so on. So she's in dire straits. So this is going to go into 5 is to help us and Pastor Manning. And again, the number 443-267-65. We want to give I guess opinion on the situation in Baltimore and the homeless we have, Zulieka, with the outsiders and Zulieka. What I understand what goes on with media outlets, and they have story coverage, and they have to move around and do certain things, and you've had other media outlets who have helped you with their and kudos to them for doing that. We want them to step up as well, because we did get in touch with them in regards to this telethon and the homeless. And I guess my thing is this. I've taken a look at it because I didn't start researching this until you came into the show, or you called as a guest. And I was finding out there's a lot going on out there regarding the homeless that people don't know about. A lot of people don't want to go to the shelters because of the danger issue.
Absolutely.
Could you talk about that?
Okay, so when we talk about, just picture me this. Think about your your grandmother who's 70 years old, and all of a sudden, your grandfather passes away. Mm-hmm. You live out of the country or out of the state, okay? Grandma want to pick up and pack up and move. Here, friends that are left for here, her church is here. Those things that she has become so familiar with are here.
Okay.
And think about where a family got insurance coverage. You know, that's my business. Mm-hmm. And it's enough left to actually bury that love, that individual, that spouse.
Yes.
So now you're on a real, you're losing 50% of your income, because remember that they draw Social Security retirement. Mm-hmm. That income for the rest of your life. Well, and we're living in such a time where we've got inflation rate. We have we will spending more than 33% of income when it comes to your house. But imagine what people are going through right now. And then she's evicted. And there's no way, because of her health issue, that she can run to social services. She's unaware that she can go to services and ask for up to $25 grant to prevent homelessness. Okay, well, she's not aware. She's a on the mayor's continuance of care, being discharged, and Christina experiencing something similar. So, and now they're sitting at a bus stop, and that's the only place they know to go.
That's a sad situation.
Okay. Be on the street 2 or 3 days before you experience street.
In Baltimore City, County, do you have any numbers on how often?
The new numbers for this fiscal year, but 100 people here in Baltimore City.
Wow.
That they
pretty intricate.
You can call them, you can email them, you can check in the basement, and it is there to take care of those matters. That standard Maryland agreement contracts, folks. And their contract. So, I want to talk on, but in 2013, I purposely Googled Google was 1.8 million people. And seeing some new people, but check this out. When so tense up under the 40 bridge, and I mean, I've got thought they were protesters, because if you go look across the White House and Park Circle, a lot of organizations will come up and protest. But the city for standing up with a sign asking for help, was hungry.
Okay.
And I said, wow. And she said, I live right there. And I so me that, wow, these people are actually living in tents.
That's been going on for a while.
And it's been going on since the city. Because I think when Dixon was met, she came up to and because of the vacant houses, and also because of the homeless rate going up. And that, here in Baltimore City.
Okay.
And so people do not treatment in the shelter. The mistreatment, the violence, which comes to that person that's in trouble of becoming homeless. Where people steal individuals that they are carrying with them that they are their birth certificates, their mails, and it's their things are stuck. We even have the city and the city where they are dismantling a encampment. What they do is they behind people's personal property. Of January 20. And did that, went through the application process to take the city and the mayor's office services to court. Now, people that see the continuance of care. Mm-hmm. And then was that the general and when you look 220 assisted living little organizations, whether they were churches, whether they were Code Blue, the biggest shelter in Baltimore City. Mm-hmm. They have created a business out of homelessness. And then back in 2018, we had 20 vacant and abandoned properties here in the city. And they were territory. And then I looked and researched the history.
Okay.
The city was being able, once they acquired was bringing in new development and demolition when it comes to tearing down, and some of the buildings and so a plan I wanted to put together, and that's what actually prompted and compelled me to run for mayor. I said, because they're not looking at the historical preservation society. They're not looking at investors. They're maybe 30% to 40% of the tax dollars that come into those properties, creating first-time home buyers, home ownership. Okay, they're not 1,400 vacant lots that they have, and not someone to adopt, but looking at building a full rental property,
And I was in the business, and we were involved in projects, and we would see all these city buildings and blocks, and then we would, we couldn't do anything. So I understand all that, but do you think in doing that, that would help alleviate the homelessness that's going on?
Let me say, the mayor's office on homeless services, Terry Hickey. Okay, I interviewed him for 45 minutes, and the compared to 2018, because city past mayors, we are an epidemic proportion. We cannot. That continue to be that voice about significant issue. The city can change the MOH from ship to provide services, because and initiatives that million and invest. What look like? Well, they've developed a plan, but the problem with this mayor and the problem with even people that sit on that board, that this is very simplistic. They are overcoming people's minds. There's a simplistic approach that you're getting them in the port. You're approving the case. Case managers to approve that.
lot of information, and I'm trying not to jump in because when I hear stuff and my ears poke out. Wait, hold it. Okay, you're saying that we're making it more complicated than it really should be. It's a more simplified way to do it, and I hear what you're saying, and I do want people to understand this is a telethon. This is a if you want to call, if you want to get in touch with the station, we have WMEG Nation, WMEG Nation, and that's on Facebook, so you can actually, Zulieka has her stream going, but for 443-267-65. My question. Have you met with the mayor's people to at least guide them in how efficient in getting this done? Have you been in contact with the mayor's people?
In the oil. And I said, look, this is going to be a really big task. You know, this city is going through a lot, okay? And I'm here. I'm just a phone call away. I request to meet with our mayor. Portal to meet with him. To the director of housing. Now we have the 6th director of housing, so I have not spoken to Irene as of yet. To deal with housing, okay? Who sits on the COC, and he here, and they were taking some advice. And it's rooted even further because when we have in their positions and in certain positions, and they have their little circles that they only do
the clicks.
Most vulnerable people, like those 55 homeless, vulnerable citizens that stayed 8 months under that I-83 bridge last year during the mistake. There's 2,000 name in the portal. Okay? Now, 36 people at Cold Blue, the largest shelter in Baltimore City. They had to be shut down before they experienced a major outbreak because 9 people came down with COVID. And so you had people that put those applications in their portal, outreach workers, and unfortunately the apartments that they have and the housing that they have available in Baltimore because of lack of their investment. Some individuals will help a friend or help a relative first. And that can't be because HUD has very clear guidelines. When people apply for housing, they're put on a waiting list. Stops the program while this was Pew, while they readjust and look for a new director of the Department of Housing. The should never change. First in, first out for housing. And the second thing that they do when it comes to the Department of Housing is you don't need is to put the application through, approve that, and award for that. accepts has a second responsibility, which is to make sure that that is first of all licensed as a rental property. Sure, there's no lead,
Exactly.
danger. That is in compliance when it comes to is it the right for that individual. It could be a disabled person in a wheelchair. If that have wheelchair accessibility, for a rental property, okay? So that Iraq, they have not been doing it. It's not. These three petitioners.
Aside. Question. I on that as well, and okay, well, it's set aside. Adding in another plan, but what's actually Zulieka, Baysmore, Christina, all for right now.
Absolutely.
Can do that. I'm just holding meetings and saying we're going to have another meeting. I've got a plan. I've got a meeting and a plan. The meetings and the plans. I want you to call 26765.
John,
Yeah, yes.
I just want to jump in for a second.
Oh, sure.
Today, a very, very special day for me for several reasons. Today is actually the birthday of my biggest fan, my biggest supporter, and that's my mom.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow! Happy birthday.
She actually passed away September of
Wow.
2016. And that's the reason why we named the studio after her, because she died a week before we actually broadcast our first live show.
Wow.
So, inside of the LMA Broadcasting Studios. I said all that to say that I really wasn't going to come today because Mother's Day and her birthday is really, really hard for me. But myself and the admin had a conversation, and basically she helped me to realize, with Christmas being my mother's favorite holiday,
Oh wow.
to honor her and celebrate her. So that's the reason why we agreed to do the telethon today. So in honor of my mother, I want to do two things. First, anyone that has a business that makes a pledge to Pastor Manning today, if you do a pledge of $50 or more, you're going to get a free 30-second commercial on WMEG.
Oh, nice.
If you pledge $100 or more, you're going to get a free 60-second commercial for 60 days. And I want to put my money where my mouth is. In honor of my mother, I'm going to pledge the first $50 to Pastor Manning in the name of my mom. So I'm pledging $50 to Pastor Manning right now. And I just want to do that, honor my mom, and let Ms. Baysmore and the whole Manning family know that if there's anything that we could do here for them at WMEG, by all means, just reach out to us, reach out to you, reach out to Ms. Baysmore, and we will do our best to make it happen.
Well, you know what? I have to say this. I have to say this as well. I wasn't gonna. Well, maybe I was gonna say something at the end of the telethon, because this is the day where my dad passed away.
Oh wow.
Wow.
The 19th of December, right before Christmas, and I was going to say something at the end because I didn't want to get a little bit too emotional on the air. I just wanted to focus on Pastor Manning and the homeless and getting through this. But now you're bringing that up. I had no idea about this.
Wow.
The connection with your mom and my dad, her birth, and my father passed away this day. And the outsiders are going to make a pledge to Pastor Manning for $100 from the outsiders. So we're making that pledge as well.
Ms. Baysmore, could you give us that cash app again so I can send it while we on here?
So, and we're going to make sure that we got this right, because Tony, our admin, actually texted to me this morning. So we want to doubly make sure that this is the right Cash App.
We're going to make sure we got the right cash app. And we have some music coming. There'll be music coming later, so those listening with Christmas music, we want to be, it's a joyous occasion.
Okay.
And we're waiting for the cash app so we can get that done.
So that Cash App is Real Care Network. That's $ Real Care, REALCARE Network, NETWORK. So that's the monetary
Christina
cash
Flowers?
app. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So for those of you that want to donate to Belvedere Real Care Service Providers, whose the director is Christina Flowers, it is a 501c3 organization. It is tax and business owners from it to even my boy Cat at Nancy's Cafe. I'm asking y'all, you heard they put out there the WMEG will actually for $50 they will give you a 30-second.
For how long, Rock?
30 days.
Receiving promotions for a commercial. Someone that's a and at the same time, you know, these are organizations that have not had any funding whatsoever. So those contributions,
Average.
and it is will pledge $100 to service providers because we are very familiar with their work. They were the ones that actually helped when no one else would in Baltimore County.
That's great. That's fantastic. So, when no one else would help, the organization, Belvedere Network, his network, got involved, and they're the wow.
They get they did okay, and they're still doing more.
Well, that's fantastic. We're going to have Christina Flowers in later with the telethon as well, and we just want to let everyone know that the Outsiders WMEG, we're speaking with Zulieka Baysmore. He's giving us some vital inside information. Inside information. So, very, very important. And this, Rob, you ready about to take a break?
You got a call.
You want to get some? Oh yeah, I got a call when they get that. I get so many calls.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take a break and listen to some. We'll be back in just a little bit.
So